Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Them That Follow. And I remember seeing this trailer for the first time and getting freaked out because how intense this movie looked. And this is set in the Appalachian Mountains, where this pastor who has this very isolated community who basically worships snakes. And it's a really radical version of Christianity where it's like people are tested if they are true sinners or if they're forgiven by God by having snakes thrown on them. Freaky as hell. And it's really an interesting commentary on this community and the power of religion and the lengths that people will go to stick by their faith. Some people blindly. And then looking at a whole lot of other things in terms of specifically people's lots in life, especially women in this community. And it's really centered around a young woman, Mara, played by Alice Englert, who falls in love with Thomas Mann's character. And she's married to Lewis Pullman's character, who's kind of just a stereotypical, like, a man, you're my wife kind of thing, which honestly I don't know how much that really sells it because I don't know how much Lewis Pullman really sold that. But this relationship, you really care about them and you can tell that they have this strong relationship and the struggles that Mara is having in this community because she's a strong young woman and wants to live her life how she wants to live her life, but honestly it's like she doesn't get much of a choice. And dealing with everybody else in this town, including her father, who's played by Walton Goggins, who's this pastor who's really intense and a very interesting character. And then her sister, played by Caitlin Dever, who's from Booksmart, and their relationship and all the complications that happen. There's points in this film, especially with Olivia Colman, who plays Thomas Mann's mother, and Jim Gaffigan, who plays his dad. There's points in this film that the tension is fever pitch, and Britt Poulton and Dan Madison Savage, who wrote and directed this film, really capture some real tension, including scenes of dealing with snake bites. And there's one particular scene with dealing with somebody who has to be tested to see if they're forgiven with a snake on them. And this film, I think, is really intense. There's some interesting characters in it. It doesn't quite hit where it's like this is a great film and one of the best of the year kind of film, but this is a really well done indie film with some great creative forces behind it, and Poulton and Savage. And also the cast is fantastic. Olivia Colman had some great moments in this film. Alice Englert is great in this film. Walton Goggins is great in this film. There's some not as strong pieces as part of it, probably Lewis Pullman and maybe Thomas Mann, but I really, really appreciate this film a lot. I'd recommend this if you want to go see a film that's going to challenge you. Be challenged. Go see Them That Follow. If you can find it at an indie theater near you or, say, an AMC Classic like I did. I absolutely love this film. I would highly recommend this. If you can't handle a whole lot of tension, there's some scenes that you might not want to handle, and there's some really uncomfortable scenes dealing with snake bites and gross out moments that go along with that, not to give too much away. But go check this out. Let me know what you think. And thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.